Well, how y'all doing?
To boldly go where no man has gone before.
Happy Star Trek Day. Who am I? What am I doing right now? Second of all, why am I wearing this giddy-up old outfit? Well, it's old, circa 1985 or the 24th century. All right, those of you who are big Star Trek fans know exactly who I am and what I'm wearing. I'm the great Sonny Clemonds. I'm sorry, I don't have my normal Sonny guitar. My guitar is in the shop right now. Some big walking dog took it and said he was going to take it into some sort of replication device and see if he could do some repairs. The bridge, after about 200 years of circling around that old tin can, started coming loose. I'm Sonny Clemonds, and I'm a character played by the great Leon Rippy for Star Trek The Next Generation. And this was actually worn by him. This is actually worn by Leon Rippy. And I'm going to go ahead and just insert the photo of the tag there. But yeah, it says Leon Rippy right there. And it's written like in hand by the wardrobe person very neatly. I have the authentication paperwork. And this is actually signed by James Taylor, this pickguard. And I bought the guitar with the pickguard attached to it, signed by Mr. Taylor. Sonny Clemonds would know who James Taylor. In fact, he was a contemporary. I think in that episode, he and the other three, I think. God, those people who are really into Star Trek are like, they're berating the bleep out of me. The old excrement, as it were. Anyway, so let me show you a couple pictures. Let me put this guitar back. All right, so I'm going to show you a couple pictures. First of all, there I is. And I'm just thinking about women, wine, and scotch. Probably forget about the wine. Okay, so it's two others. And maybe I was sort of like two or three different characters in my own mind. Legend in my own mind, of course. There I am with wearing, I think it's this. Now this does not look, and I even adjusted the color down, but on this, it looks like a different color. But suppose, I mean, this says Leon Rippy on it, and this, look, so either it's faded, I've kept it in the dark, carefully preserved with no moths around that I know of. These moth holes were there when I bought it. The lingo he spoke during the show was pretty funny. A couple of low mileage pit wolfies. He's talking about he and Data maybe ought to get together and have like a couple low mileage pit wolfies. And I'd never even heard that term. That's really funny. Amen. That was a great scene. A lot of and he was my favorite. Certainly one of my favorite characters in all the Star Trek canon when they go either back in time or in this case when people from today's world ended up with, because of suspended animation, ended up in today's world. Actually, he did come with at least 4 people. There were 3, so I was not exactly, maybe it was 4. Maybe there was a 4th person. It may have been more than that, but I think it might have been he and 3 others, Sonny and 3 others, and I think one of them died. There was at least one other in the space capsule. So anyway, yeah, he's probably one of my favorite in the whole canon who's out of time. And just so funny, and just the southern, I guess he was basically like kind of a young Johnny Cash or whatever, and then he got, they were all dying of, those of you who don't know, they were all dying of illnesses. All 3 of these people were dying of illnesses, and then either they or their loved ones, just after they passed away, quickly got them into suspended animation, and basically the deal was when they could cure them, they would be reanimated, basically, and then they would be cured. And as it turns out, they end up, of course, you get the idea. The Next Generation guys, the medical technology brought them all back to life. And the only one they couldn't bring back to life is where the suspended animation device failed on at least one other individual. And it's all just like, not really pretty looking. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is that cost, and it does say Leon Rippy, and these were all, everything I bought was worn on the show, not just like as a backup. And the shirt I'm wearing, this undershirt I'm wearing is mine. That was obviously not included in this, unfortunately, so I don't have his turtleneck. But I could get a turtleneck black. but I'm not planning on wearing this very often. Again, it's the 50th anniversary of Star Trek today. The first generation, the first air date, which was also on a Thursday, by the way, on September 8th, 1966. Live long and prosper, everybody, and happy 50th anniversary. Da 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 da.